What's going on, Charles Botensten? So if you notice, this is actually a little trick to do, is that you have to leave people wanting more. So at the end of each video, I was talking about this one is really good. And they are all really good, what I'm talking about right now, because this is what I learned and this is what I'm implementing in my life. And as much as I want to say this is great and you should do it, I'm also saying it because I need to hold myself accountable. So the number one thing, just want to make sure my microphone is good, and we are, is if you can't accomplish the little things, the big things will never come to you. If you can't do the little things, the big things. So what's a little thing? Going to the gym, eating right. So the big thing of a great body or feeling amazing will never come to you. If you want a lot of money, but you don't want to make sales calls, you don't want to put yourself out there, you don't want to make YouTube videos, you don't actually want to do something that is going to get you the big money, you're never going to get the big money. You're never going to be in an incredible relationship with a loving person if you don't actually put yourself out there on, say, an app on social media, or even approaching people in person. Say, hey, listen, I think you're really cute. I don't know if you're single, but I would love to take you out on a coffee or dinner drink or whatever. I don't recommend dinners, just do a drink. And no pressure, and you have to go up casually, and that's what I do. I literally walk up, I think you're pretty. I haven't been doing it as much because, to be honest, I need to be doing it in person because I need to make sure, you know, who is this person? Because online, you can't really get a feel of the personality and things like that. So if you can't do the little things of waking up early, if I can't do the little things of talking, that's why I'm doing this seminar. You know, sign up for the seminar. It's below. It's free. I'm not selling anything. The reason I'm doing the seminar is that if I can't talk in front of however many people are going to be there, 10, 15, 20, 100 people, however many people are going to be there, if I can't do it in front of 100 people or 20 people, how am I going to do it in front of 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000? You know, Tony Robbins didn't just start selling out the Barclays Center in Brooklyn or the Staples Center out in LA. Like he didn't start there. He started 35, 40 years ago, or whenever, however long he's been doing it, 10, then it went to 20, then 30, whatever. But he gave so much value, and I guarantee his first seminars were probably free, where he just talked. Simon Sinek, that's a perfect example. He wrote Start With Why, great book, and the other book, which is Leaders Eat Last. And he just talked about it. He said how he got into this writing and talking. He said people just wanted to hear what he had to say. He was a great orator. And then sure enough, people said, I want to hear this more. And then his audience grew. And now he's writing a book. And now he's talking with bigger and bigger firms. And now he's influencing, he's consulting, he's making tons of money. And now he's happy and things like that. He feels his value. If you can't do the little things, don't expect the big things. Here's another example. You'll see it all the time. Childhood stars that are in Hollywood, they come out with a smash hit. You know, what's the Karate Kid? Ralph Macchio. Like, he hasn't done anything. Maybe he has. I have no idea. But he came out with a smash hit when he's really little. And then he says, wow, this is kind of a big deal right now. But and then he's saying probably two things in his mind. He didn't build up that hard work. In other words, the people that built up hard work is, what's his name? He's married to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I think they lived together, and I think that one of them slept on the floor and the other one was on the couch and things like that. Like, they went through the grind of trying to get movie roles, of getting known, shut down, and then they came out with Good Will Hunting, and then their success is history. They probably have some hits before, I have no idea. But Ralph Macchio didn't come up with those big hits. In other words, he didn't come with the big hits. He didn't get hit hard in life. Like, he was such a little kid, and then he just rose to fame. And then the other thing he's probably thinking about is, like, how am I going to top that? Like, what video, what movie? So, and you can go the other way around, which is Adam Sandler. He just came out with 2 flops. You know, I don't feel bad for the guy, but you have to move with the times. Someone like DiCaprio, he comes out with a love movie, and then he just did a wilderness surviving movie that won him the Oscar. I think it's the Oscar. Yeah, I'm not really a Hollywood guy. Okay. Make each goal present, positive, and specific. Make each goal present, like right now. I have $20 million, and this is the thing is, if it's in the future, you have to say a specific date, okay? I have $20 million, or whatever the amount is, or I have a loving relationship by January 1st, to whatever year you want. Make it present, positive, specific, That's your goal. You say it every single day, morning and night. You just focus on it. It's in your mirror. It's planted on your forehead practically. All right, continuing on. If you wait until you feel 100%, this is really important. If you wait until you're 100% ready, you need to be 100% ready to begin, you're never going to begin. I always thought I needed to feel. I needed to feel ready. I needed to feel like this is right. Nothing ever happened. That was the problem. Nothing happened. I needed to feel right before I made phone calls. I felt like I needed to feel motivated to wake up early. I felt like I needed to do it correctly or else meditating was worthless. Okay? What things in your life are you putting off because you feel like you feel like you need to feel right? Like no, I need to learn more. That was another excuse that I had. I need to learn everything before I actually take action. The problem is when you start doing that, you're never going to start. And I didn't. It took me 3 years for meditating, and it took me 7 years to consistently make sales calls every single morning. Maybe even 8 years. You don't want that to happen. I need to feel right before I go to the gym. I need the right clothing before I go to the gym. I need to be perfect before I ask that pretty girl out or ask that guy out. You know, it's like, no, dude, or no, ma'am. You need to just do it. Okay? And how do you do it? Is you're going to fail on your face, accept it, whatever it is, but this is the most important thing is you have to do it consistently. You can't just do it once. I already said in the other video, Jim Rohn said motivation is like showering. You have to do it daily. All right? So otherwise you'll be waiting the rest of your life and then you'll regret. You'll regret. All right? So moving on. Here we go. Continuing on. Make follow-up a habit. Make follow-up a habit. If you're in sales, if you are dating or whatever, just follow up. How was your day? Let's go out again. Hey, how's it going? Do you have any referrals? If you're looking to get business, do you have any referrals? How was your experience? What can we do different? Make follow-up a habit. Are you ready to buy? Are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to sign the contract? Whatever the case is, make follow-up a habit. What do they say in the Harvard Business Review? The 80% of business is done after the 8th ask, but most people, 80% of the people don't even get there. 80% of the business is done on the 8th ask, but 80% of the people, so the 80-20 rule, you know, Pareto, whatever the heck his name is, that came up with the 80-20 rule, is that 20% of the people are following up with and doing 80% of the business because they're willing to ask on the 8th, 9th, 10th time. Make follow-up a habit. Very important in sales. All right, here we go. You don't get burned out. You just lose your purpose. This was from Grant Cardone. This was actually really interesting. You don't get burned out. You just lose your purpose. Like Elon Musk, he has, 3 companies now? He just started the boring company, funny enough, and he's going to be boring tunnels for cars and throwing them on this sled, this electronic sled that's going to go thousands of miles underground or hundreds of miles underground. You don't lose your passion like people talk about midlife crisis. To be honest, I think midlife crisis is they don't believe in the work they're doing. They don't feel like they're contributing, and they're saying, I'm 45 and I'm halfway through my life. I need to do something. By the way, I'm going to blow past 100. Like 100? Are you kidding me? Like, have bigger goals than that. And especially with all the technology and all the health and things like that. But the biggest thing is, my camera battery, that's not the biggest thing, is that when you get burned out, it's because you inside do not have the flame to keep on going in that relationship or keep on going to the gym. You don't see a reason why you should go to the gym, why you should keep on going to the gym, why you should keep on saying I love you, why you should keep on working on your relationship with your spouse or your clients or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You don't see a reason why you should keep on waking up and going to the gym and meditating and things like that. You just don't see it. So you're not actually, and this is the thing is, because there's no variety. So your variety is actually growing. As Tony Robbins talks about, progress equals happiness. If you're not progressing, if you're not losing weight, you're not actually being happy. I have a good friend of mine, like, I love the guy to death. But the problem is, he already knows his health is a concern and he's not working on it. So he's unhappy. He's unhappy. And I'm like, dude, you got to go to the gym. You got to eat right. He's like, I know. But that I know is his unhappiness. That's a deep insecurity now. And I don't think he blames it on anything, you know, like genetics or my dad is overweight, but his brother's not, or his whole other family's not. Like, it's just, you have to work maybe a little bit harder. You know, it's like, I grew up lower middle class, maybe probably middle class. Didn't have like an extravagant upbringing. Had first cell phone at 18 or 19, I think, yeah, 19. First cell phone, things like that. Like, granted, cell phones weren't as big, but the biggest thing is, like, I wasn't complaining like, oh, I didn't have the car, I didn't have the cell phone, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the parents, I didn't have the connections. Like, just do it. Just do it, stop complaining, and talk about, how am I gonna fix this? What am I gonna do? So, you don't get burned out, you just lose your purpose. You get off purpose. So get back on purpose. Find out your why. Why do you need that body? For me, it's for health, longevity, and I also feel good, but that's not the long game. Why am I making sales calls? Because this is the long game. Why am I making these videos? It's because of the long game. Because I want to feel comfortable in front of thousands of people, being able to talk in front of thousands of people. You know, being on TV. Like, I know that's going to happen in the future. I'd rather start now, practice now, than in the future. So we'll stop it there. And identify and write down your fears, which is actually, yeah, we're going to be talking about that. That's number 66 out of 185 things. So have an awesome day. Subscribe to the video. Leave your comments below. Talk to you guys soon.